Hey, what's going on with it once again, ladies and gentlemen, especially fanboys and fangirls? This is the one, the only Mr. Criticism Guy 2009, aka Nintendofreak2011. Before I begin, I'm gonna put my phone on vibrate just in case anybody tries to call me and shit. So yeah, without further ado on that, hopefully you like this video. I actually got this idea from my other, not from my other channel, from the people that I'm subscribed to on my other channel, which is my Nintendofreak2011 channel. Like I always say there. There's that. His name is Mr. Brandon Bronson. Definitely check his shit out. He's really awesome. He's amazing. He's badass. You know, he's just straight out beast with it. You know. He actually got it from another buddy of his. His name is Chameleon Couch Productions. So check both those channels out. I'll put down the link in the description box below, so you can check that shit out. By the time this thing goes up, it's probably gonna be 7 o'clock or 8 p.m. on West Coast time. Pretty early. At the same time, still kind of late for school nights or whatever. Even though it's the weekend now, Friday. Which, FYI, I will be doing a movie review. If not Saturday or Sunday, I will be doing it Monday because I'm going to be checking out this movie review for the Hunger Games, Catching Fire. So definitely check that out. There's that, and I know there's a little bit of Illuminati, Freemasonish shit symbols with there, or New World Order and globalist bankster shit, but I'm just watching it strictly for entertainment. So there's that little detail. So there's no slideshow for this. I decided just to show you how it looks like here. All these Pokemon fan art. So coming in at number 6, and so this is going to be my top 6 Pokemon. If I had to create a Pokemon team, this would be it, straight out, all the way. So number 6 on the list is Dragalge. I don't know if I'm saying that right or not. Or Dragali or Dragalge or whatever. This is a normal and shiny sprite. Somebody from DeviantArt made this, so shout out to the person that made that. So what do I got to say about this Pokemon? I'm going to read the little Pokedex entry. It's on my PS4 real quick. I'm probably going to say a couple of the words wrong, but it's all good. So here it is. Once again, I'm not going to read all the Pokedex entry. I'm just doing it for this one because this is still fairly new after almost 2 months of being out. So there it is. So let me find it really quick. Sorry about that. Okay, so here it goes, Dragalge. It actually pulls excuse me. It pulls all the victims under the sea. Same with the I'm reading this wrong, but you know, sue me. It's all good. Excuse me for a second. Sorry about that. I had to drink a little bit of my water right here. Yeah, it pulls all these shipwrecks under to the bottom of the ocean, and they're never found again. So that's some pretty dark ass shit, you know. This is nothing to be fucked with or tormented with because this thing is damn fucking dangerous. And it's the first of its kind too. It is a dual type poison and dragon. And this is the first time we ever had anything in any Pokemon generation at all. This is by far the most beautiful fucking artwork I've seen ever. Even though this is a fan art, but the official artwork was from another dude. I completely forgot his name, but you know, another reason I will have it on its team. I know its attack is kind of crap. I think a special attack is where it shines most of the time. I mean, it'll be awesome as fucking epic to just ride this thing in Pokemon Real. I'm just saying it right off the bat. Even though I would not highly recommend not to do that if it was real, because you'd most likely get poisoned, infected, and you will most likely end up dying, pretty much. But other than that, its attack and special attack's pretty fucking awesome. I'm not really here to talk about OUNU, UU tiers or whatever, or Ubers. If you want to check that out, check out people like Rykard, I don't know, Prime Time Pokemon, forgot that name, the Poke channel, I forgot what it was, but this one dude, Hoodlum Scrafty, they talk about that way better than I ever will. So coming in number 5 for the 5th gen, I'm actually doing one of each gen except for these two, Caracosta and Gigalith. So let's start off with Gigalith first. This thing looks like a fucking beast, seriously. I remember when I started playing Black before I ended up playing White, because I actually bought them, I pre-ordered them at the time in 2011 when they were first released here in the United States. The reason why I love this thing so much is because look at that fucking thing. It had the same strength as a fucking truck. So I decided to call it Ford Explorer. I think it was Ford Explorer or Ford Excursion, I don't know. And this thing has never failed me in battle. I always kept it to my side, always. I trained 2 of them up to fucking level 100 because this is how much love I have for fucking Gigalith. Even though pretty much I cheated because let me show you real quick if I still have them available. Just bear with me. I actually did this trade thing or whatever for black and white and stuff like that. And if you want to learn more about that, you know, and PM me if you want, even though the thing is broken. See, you can check this shit out right here, black and white. I actually traded them a couple times, so that's the only way you could get Giglet, and I had 2 of them. And I actually trained 2 up to level 100 and 1 to level 50 because I had so much love and ambition for this thing. This thing never failed me in battle unless it was going up against a fighting type, ice type, or water type. And even ground type and steel type at that time. Then it would fuck me over a little bit. But most of the time, this thing would never fail. This thing was a fucking wall, in my opinion. It would suck to ride this thing because, probably get stabbed out the ass with this freaking sharp-ass rocks. I felt like it could have been maybe Rock Dragon or Rock, Steel instead, because it has that steel personality, you know? And it sucks because when I saw it in the anime, the only letdown that kind of fucked me over about it, and maybe a couple other people that do like this Pokemon, is that unfortunately it was a lot more tinier than we thought, than we expected. Because I don't know if any of you guys saw that Unova episode in the earlier stages of the seasons when I forgot the name of the dude. Oh shit, what was his name? I know he had a grandson too in black and white too. Alder, yeah, Alder. This is before his grandson too. He ended up stopping the Giglet because he had this little like sharp prick stuck in its foot, and unfortunately, and ended up making him rage like a motherfucker. Like, no doubt beyond my mind, this shit would have made him rage quit like a bitch. And after that, after he took out that thorn in its foot, he was happy again, and he was excited. And all the Officer Jennies, he was kind of like Brock a little bit, Alder, because he was always flirting with the Officer Jennies of the Unova region. I don't know why. They don't look nothing like Officer Jenny. They should have just gave it a different name, like Officer Jane or Officer Diana or something, you know, because that doesn't look anything like Jenny. The only resemblance that those Officer Jennies had in the 5th generation that they did with 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th is excuse me, is their hair color. That's it. Everything else is completely different, literally. So there's that. And what else can I say? You know, it's just a boss. Especially when you use Explosion on a double battle or even triple battle or rotation battle. Shit worked every damn time. It can never fail. Unless you had a Quagsire or Golduck that had the damp ability, or Cloud9, then it will fail. So let's get on to Caracosta now, or Caracosta, however you want to say it. So this Pokemon right here, the reason why I love this thing so damn much is because I actually preferred this a lot more than Aiken or Archon, as a lot of people call it. I like to call him Aiken. I don't know why. Archon. So yeah, Archon, Archon's 2nd evolution, which I forgot what his name was, but oh yeah, Archeops. Archeops, however you want to pronounce that type of definition or terminology if you want to use that shit. Because he had that really fucking shitty ass fucking ability called Euphedius. And that pissed me off so damn much. I think I only trained him up to like, I think level 81. I don't know, a couple times because I was bored, other times because I was trying to like get other games for the 3DS and shit like that. Yeah, pretty much other than that. This thing was a fucking wrecking ball. I'm not trying to quote that little Illuminatus bitch and Miley Cyrus. But yeah, the thing I loved about this thing, this is like a fatter version. It looks like a lot more ancient version of Blastoise. The only difference is he was water rock and Blastoise is just pure water. I'm not sure about the Mega Evolutions though, if he gets like a 2nd typing for Mega Blastoise. So anyone wants to inform me on that, you are more than welcome to. Another really cool thing I really love about this Pokemon is that I think the best move on this Pokemon is probably like, I'm trying to remember the move, besides Hydro Pump and because the one I had a set for, he had Smackdown, Waterfall, I'm trying to remember the other one, Rock Climb, and then Shell Smash. You know, even though Shell Smash, it does take away a lot of your defensive special defense, it does do a lot better in attacks, special attacks, so that's the reason why I liked it. And every time I use this Pokemon, I don't know what it is, but I did like the noise for it, the cry. It was kind of weird, but I loved it nevertheless. The design in the interior on this thing looks like a fucking beast, seriously. It looks like fucking Tuxedo Mask, but a turtle version, because if any guys get that reference from the 90s, you know what's up. And it's just freaking awesome. All they would have needed to do to make this thing a lot more epic than it was, and bring like a fake gun or a really awesome badass sword like how Samurai had his, or Honage or Hanage. But yeah, that would have been fucking beast. So coming in at number 3, we have Mr. Garchomp. And the reason why I really like Garchomp so much in the 4th generation is because if he would have been on my team in real life, I know I'm jumping on the bandwagon for a lot of fanboys and fangirls. I love the shit out of fucking Garchomp. You know, I'm one of them, included, unfortunately. But you know what? It's all good, because this thing looks like it would, like, tear the living shit out of anything up its new asshole. Give it a new fucking asshole, for that matter. Once again, this was a fucking wrecking machine. Just like in the words of Rocky's trainer, "You're a wrecking machine!" You know, that kind of thing. You keep going, get him, kid. That type of shit, you know? There's that. And another reason why I really, really love this Garchomp, especially in the anime, he looked like a completely different color. Like, literally. He didn't look dark blue. He looked like charcoal black or something like that. And he still had the same, like, red and yellow stripes. The only difference was, the rest of his body was black, and then he still had those little white pincers or whatever, or size, like Genesect does. Except he was a force to be reckoned with. I still would have thought back in my 90s kids, not 90s, early 2000s teen days, that he should have been like a 2nd evolution or 3rd evolution to Sharpedo, because he looks exactly like Sharpedo's design, literally, without a shadow of a doubt. Maybe his face is a little different, but the rest of his body, it's like halfway, like 30-40%, looks a lot like fucking Sharpedo. And I really wish they would have given Sharpedo a Mega Evolution, unless they did. Or unless they're going to wait till Pokemon Z comes out in about 2 years. I pretty much doubt it's coming out next year, but year after, I guarantee you it's probably going to end up coming. Maybe, maybe not. Could be wrong. Hopefully I'm right, but if I'm wrong, hey, fuck it. And just riding on this thing and flying with it, playing with it, would be a little menacing, especially if it was real life. They probably have to have SWAT team, police, you know, arrest this thing on numerous occasions. We're talking about reality now. So that's why I love Garchomp. Oh yeah, and especially if you didn't see the intro to the Kalos region, you already saw how much damage it did to the city. It blew up fucking cars, for Christ's sake, for the Kalos region. I think it was Lumenia City, or Lumioso City, however you want to say it. And then he got up on the building, and then Ash had to control him, and he destroyed parts of that little Eiffel Tower, a parody of Eiffel Tower. That thing is scary as fuck. Number 2 is Sceptile. The reason why I have this Pokemon in here, I didn't do this fan art, of course. This dude named Great Saiyan Kirby. So shout out to that guy, Great Saiyan Kirby, if you're ever watching this video. If you end up stumbling upon this video, much credit for you. The reason, given the fact that the reason why I really love this Pokemon Sceptile, way back in my early teen years, my middle school years, I loved the freaking shit out of this thing. More than Swampert, more than Blaziken, more than fucking Mega Blaziken. Why the fuck did Game Freak not give Sceptile a Mega Evolution? Why? That just pissed me the fuck off back in the day. I really wish they would have gave him like a dual type in Dragon Grass, or even Dark Grass, because this thing looked like it could be extremely menacing and very fucking manipulative. And the reason why I really love this Pokemon, he was able to learn Dragon Claw. What else was he able to learn? He was able to learn Dynamic Punch, a couple fighting type moves. Hell, he was even able to learn like, just like I know a lot of grass type Pokemon learned this, like Solar Beam and Sunny Day. But he was even able to learn this one new move that was available in 3rd generation when Fire Red Leaf Green came out. The Frenzy Plant. And even though it did lower, I think, special attack, correct me if I'm wrong, it was either attack, special attack, defense, special defense. It was one of those 4 statuses. Nevertheless, I still love this thing with a fucking passion, literally. Even its 2nd evolution, Grovyle, he was able to get a little bit of a cameo role. Let's see if I can find it. In this game, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, and that's why I fucking love the shit out of this game. The music is beautiful. Everything is tip-top shape, top of the line. If you haven't played this game, I highly suggest you try it on emulator or get the physical copy for this, because being an old school gamer myself, I do love the old school physical copy. I'm just going to state that at this moment, at this time in the video. And last but not least, before I get into number 1 and then my honorable mention, I just want to say, I know a lot of people give it a lot of discredit, but I'm just gonna say it is an amazing Pokemon. One last thing I do love about Sceptile is those giant ass fucking leaf swords on its arms. Fucking amazing, epic. Shout out to once again this guy Gray Saying Kirby for making this amazing, beautiful art on DeviantArt. Definitely check that out if you can. Number 1, and I talked about this on my Nintendofreak2011 channel. Top 10 best Pokemon of all time. I know it's kind of a little redundant, but I really don't fucking care. Lantern. I usually call it a Lantern. The reason why I love Lantern so fucking much, it was one of the first water electric type Pokemon. And I actually explained it a lot more on my Nintendofreak2011 channel. The only thing I will say, it reminded me a lot of a Shamu I saw in Marineland. There's this one place in upstate New York before I ended up moving to Vegas. Actually further up, I think it was in Canada, pretty much. So shout out to all my Canadians out there watching. You guys probably know what Marineland is, especially in the Toronto area. That's where I was upstate New York from. And you could pretty much guess the city where that was at. The reason why I really love Lanterns because it was a water electric type, first of its dual typing elements types of its kind. Even though the first evolution Chinchou was pretty I'm gonna be straight up honest with you guys. It was kind of shit, you know. It had those dead eyes all the time. It was creepy as fuck. It scared it didn't scare me completely. It didn't scare the living bejesus out of me, but it did frighten me a little bit. It left me a little on edge, you know. Had a staring contest for that thing, I guarantee you Chinchou would win. Or Chinchou, however you want to pronounce that name. But another reason I really love Lantern, I never really got to see any of the episodes. I think he was on that World Cup episode with Misty way back in the anime days when she was still a Brock. I think it was called Mastery Sequest. I'm not sure. I'm probably completely wrong. It was for that, like, after the Orange Island League, if any of you guys remember that saga. That's why I really love Lantern. It was really cute, adorable, it was kind, it was generous, it was always loyal to its Pokemon trainers, and always, it was like 50 or 100,000 volts of electricity, so it would pretty much defend itself with any electric or water type moves. And it did. In third generation, ended up gaining the ability, trying to remember, either water absorb or the other one, volt absorb, either one. They were both really amazing moves because every time you got hit by a water type move, you gain HP back, and every time you got hit by an electric type move, you get your HP back. So either way, it was a win-win situation. And the honorable mention, into Rhyhorn's second evolution, before it ended up getting Rhyperior back in the day, it was Rhydon. And the reason why I really love Rhydon the most, I mean, look at the fucking drill on its fucking head right there. Good God. That is beautiful as hell, man. This Pokemon, I would literally, it was a fucking ground rock type, one of the worst like dual types when you face against water type Pokemon, but in my opinion, he was able to fucking use Surf. How in God's name was it able to learn Surf when it was like literally the polar opposite of what that type was? I could not like wrap my head around it. Seriously, I was at a loss for words back in those days. I was probably not the only one that was baffled by this type of discovery back in my 90s kids day, because I remember any of you 90s kids watching out there, you're probably like early, mid, late 20s by now, like me. The thing is that when that thing went up against I'm not sure if it was Charizard or Pikachu. Oh yeah, it was against Pikachu back in the old school anime days when he was fighting Ash. When Ash was fighting Blaine, excuse me, I almost said Blaze. That thing would always use like I really wish this thing would have been like one of the first steel types. I'm not sure if Ken Sugimori or that other dude Satoshi Chishiri that was still in charge of Pokemon, the CEO at that time, before the other dude Jinkarada Masuda, before he took over, way before. I'm not sure if he was going to be the first steel type. He would have been maybe Steel Rock or Ground Steel. Either way, he would have been amazing. He would not have been hit by electric type moves ever. That's why in that one scene where Pikachu used the thing on his drill, used Thunderbolt on his drill, was able to absorb that electricity. I'm not sure if it was that or was it the opposite way, but he ended up losing, unfortunately. But Rhydon, he put up a good ass fight back in the days. He didn't make a lot of other appearances in the other generations, unfortunately. Except in 4th generation when he was able to evolve in the Rhyperior. I still love the crap out of that thing too. I actually put him as number 1 on one of my top 10 lists on my Nintendo Freak channel. If you want to check out that video, definitely check that out. And yeah, that's pretty much it. He's my honorable mention. That's why I love the freaking ever-loving shit out of him. And in the words of Joe Pesci, I just want to love the ever-loving shit out of you. Oh man, seriously. But that's all I gotta say for now. And one more other thing before I go, real quick update. I know I've been bombing you with shit tons of updates. Excuse me. Let me get a drink of my water before I tell you what it is. Yeah, one real quick update. Sorry about that. Shout out to all the people on Steam that were following me on my Nintendo Freak channel and some SS Anime Manga PS4 over there if you want to check that out. And that's all I have to say. So like I always say, is what it is, ain't what ain't. See you when I see you. Guys, have a good day, have a good night, wherever you're at around the world. Don't drink, smoke weed at the same time. Don't say anything reckless. I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out, late. See you soon. See you around. Be easy, and I will talk to you guys later. I'm out. Take care. Goodbye, and I'm getting the house out of here. Peace.